Got a burp rolling up, of course.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, roosters and hens, and everything else in between, Cock Talk is back. Just two of us tonight. It's the two you know and love best, maybe, hopefully. As always, from the Coop Collective, I am Tyler at MBF Express. We have Josh at Grateful Coops.
Hello.
I am loading this up. All right, we're good. There we go.
Hi,
My
Wham.
YouTube page was being a little slow there. Wham in there as always again. Zagak, attaboy, and you know it. We have at least one person in tonight. So Josh, how we feeling? How's life been?
Busy.
Don't answer that.
Just to say the least. I've been busy with work. But on the up and up, chicken guys seem like they're doing some things. Have you heard of this? Have you heard of this this Haku?
Yeah, I've heard of Haku. It would have been cool if it were recorded so everyone else could have heard Haku. That's the only thing that really got me there. 7 a.m. doing an AMA on Memorial Day here in the
that's
States.
Bold. I'll tell you this. I woke up at 8 o'clock and I saw the notifications, AMA in 20 minutes, and I'm like, 6:40.
And it was over.
I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
They did mention
the Aussies
that was
maybe could have been there. I don't know how late that would have been.
That was the one time that they could get together and really do it, because the prime time in the States is midnight for Delhi, I think he said. So yeah, I get it. It's a little tricky, but really they should just, I know your disdain for Spaces, but they should just pivot to Spaces and do it there.
Well,
it records everything.
They should do Spaces because it's recorded and it introduces other people.
It's so simple.
Other people pop in and be like, "Hey, what's your game? I see that you're doing a space. What's this all about? Oh, we raise chickens."
Right. Yeah, just like Bearded was saying last week, just get it in there and get talking about stuff. You never knew who shows up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if your crowd is the crypto crowd, you need to be present with the crypto crowd, whether you got 3 people there or not. If people follow you, they're gonna see you up at the top of that Twitter scroll or the top that you're in a space. So I don't know.
All right, so
it's something very easily done. I don't know.
Right. Before we dive deep into that, as I'm sure a lot of this will be us just touching on the AMA. The second team tournament has wrapped up. Definitely didn't have the same suspense that last had. The Winged Warriors, my Winged Warriors, went ahead and took down the top prize. Egomaniacs coming in second after not being able to successfully defend their title, even though it's different people. But whatever. Josh, your team got smacked around a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, we got third, I think. we got third, nothing. But I mean, here's the thing: there still weren't a lot of people racing, and there was maybe 30, 40 coops racing hard. Not even racing, hard, but just racing in general.
Well, let's just, if I take a look here, if we're just going with coops that went over 100.
As well.
6 over 100 in BAWKers. There were 13 over 100 in Egomaniacs. There was 9 over 100, 1 at 98 there, so 10 in Fast Peaks and Winged Warriors. We said that's what it came down to. Winged Warriors had 2, 3, and 4. Dallas and myself and our dog and Top Coop 2, 3, 4, and 5. Everyone besides Ben F were at the top of the scoreboard, and we also had 13 people get over 100 races.
So Egomaniacs had 13 over 100. BAWKers the BAWKers had 6 over 100. So Fast Beaks, what did they have?
How many did Steve Martin have?
Steve Martin had all of the beaks.
I just went through that.
I don't care.
All right, sorry, it's your show. You're right. You're back on YouTube now. It's your show. I will back off.
But I mean, it just goes to show, it's not. I mean, you get a team that's stacked up with the certain amount of coops that are going to race heavily. I mean, I don't know. There's no real way around it. I mean, unless you sat there and dissected, and I don't know. Maybe we could do a draft. That would kind of be fun.
Yeah, I
because
know.
Aside from Delhi sitting around and handpicking each one of these teams, which either what's going to happen. There's going to be like two teams that are be like, fuck yeah, our team kicks ass. And then there's going to be like
imperfect science, man.
There's going to be like a crowd of people over here that are be like, this sucks.
It's a total imperfect setup. Like we had we had a kind of strange thing happen where AE Racer, I keep saying AE, I don't know what that actual A combined with A backwards with E actually is. But yeah, that guy gave us like 3,400 points.
It reminds me of the ASICS logo.
Yeah. He gives us 3,400 points and then leaves the platform. So just after minting two of the most ridiculous birds we've ever seen in the game, fusing them, and then selling them off for quite I think it was like 5 ETH total. He sold those 2 birds for.
Congrats.
Yeah, I know, just ridiculous, totally ridiculous. There's that burp I was trying to get out before the show started. Totally professional at this point. But yeah, it's an imperfect science for sure to get these coops together. There's the issue where like Dalatum ran on Harold's Bay, but then he switched to 838 a month ago, and we ended up getting Dalatum. That pretty much turned out to be the key there, since he went second overall and actually takes down the top prize. I found it funny. I had second place on the winning team, but I don't take down the second top prize. Second top prize actually goes to the first place of the second place team, which of course is Mr. 5000, Ben F, the only one to reach 5,000, as we had no Snorlax this time. And volume was not as good as before. We didn't have as many volume. Now, these are the pros and cons of running these tournaments and having the dynamic system. Daily racing, casual racing, I love it. I think this is the best system we've had yet. I've seen very few people really have any real qualms with the new buffer system. And the only difference is you can't just enter your bird in every single race you want to, because you do need to manage your birds a little bit, because you can class up in the middle of a tournament. So still, nothing 50 coops wouldn't do to fix it. Not something 20 or 30 coops wouldn't do to enhance the whole setup, which, leads us back to, as you mentioned before to start the show, Haku. Probably the biggest topic, with the exception of some candid notes from Apex that I will do my very best to reiterate, without putting any of my spin on it, best I can there. Haku was definitely the star of the show during the AMA. Once again, the AMA was not recorded for whatever reason. We need to figure that part out. I know it's not that hard to do, but so be it. It wasn't recorded. Easy fixed. Go to Twitter Spaces. We'll see what happens next. But anyway, the Haku should be ready this week, I believe is what they said. Sometime this week, Haku looks to be ready to launch. They have sent basically everything over to the Haku team that is needed, and now it's just about UI, beautification, making sure things look the way they should, and who knows, maybe by this Friday we see it. They didn't give a definitive timeline, but they did say it looked like with some good luck and structure, we could see Haku this week.
What up, dude?
So,
yeah, I mean, it's exciting. I mean, that's eyes that weren't on the project that probably should be on the project. Mm-hmm. That's eyes that forgot they minted on the project. Like, this could open the door to, and I'm not saying it's gonna open the floodgates, but I just feel like this has the potential to get some more people in the door, and that's what we can ask for.
With 8 games already on there. Zed Run, obviously, the first one. Crypto Unicorns doing a good job. Muzzle Run, Ocean League Racing, the Red Village, which is its own thing over there. That is actually pretty cool. We've already gotten to that a little bit more, but that's neither here nor there. Rebel Bots, Alpha Dogs Run, and Moonshot Ballers. There are plenty of people now that we're at least hitting the right space. This is where we wanted to see something like if we were trying to actually say let's target some specific people, to actually put some, targeted advertising, these are the kind of people we'd want to see it. So this is where we probably should have been from go. It was a big swing to go for the marketplace, probably poor timed and sadly did not work out. So one of the things that was brought up that if this goes well, if this integration does go well into Haku, then we will get Chicken Derby will get a dedicated team on the Haku side that will manage and run that all the time and update it and everything. And Haku will basically become Haku will become the sole number one marketplace of Chicken Derby. So that would be probably, you don't see any problems with that, right?
Not really. I mean, I go to OpenSea all the time to buy them. I mean, I think I'd rather go to Haku anyways, so I can see racing stats on what I'm buying. It just saves me a step, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it saves you a step. You don't have to dive around. It is nice to have something like the listing bot in the Chicken Derby Discord, which gives you that little bit of what the racing is, but I really see the racing stats. That's huge.
Here's the question now. Does that limit the people that, like, you still have to have it available to be sold on OpenSea, I feel like. Like, that can't go away. Yeah. Like, that would never, I don't think that could go away.
Crypto Unicorns did an interesting thing where they actually attempted their own flippening, and it worked. They set up a system, essentially, that if you delisted from OpenSea, and listed on listed on Haku, there was some kind of incentives. They gave points for it, and they have a whole different type of ecosystem there where you could give away the points, and they go towards all kinds of different things you need to actually play the game, crops and such. So I know that worked out there, and they actually did end up having more listings on Haku. But yeah, Haku is there as the number one marketplace for the game, a really good tool for a newbie to show up. And quite frankly, I'll be cruising through Haku and just being able to see, when you actually want to sell a bird, like if you own a 93 lakh and it's a legitimately good bird, let's say it's a 13, 14, 15% win percentage and over 30 podium, if you just throw a 93 lakh on the market, it's really hard to sell. You'll have to know.
Yeah.
You'd have to know that bird and its name, or you'd have to go out of your way to go find it at another site. The fact that it's right there, I think that really should expedite the process, which is good for onboarding.
I agree. So if you're just swinging in here, I see some people joining the chat a little late. Welcome. We were on time. I know you thought you had cushion, but you didn't this week.
Yeah, they all showed up when they should.
I see you rolling in about 10, 15 minutes late. That's usual.
Yeah.
But we are already here. We are already rocking. We've already talked about a couple things. I'm got some races going already.
Mostly just a recap of the tournament and a little bit on Haku. We're still going to dive deeper into AMA as we go. So you're not too late.
Nope, not too late. Wow,
so yeah,
was that a double? Did you just see that double Devo?
That was
like he
double
Devoed,
Devo.
He didn't even finish the first one and Devoed again.
Is that on? Is that live right now? Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm behind. Yeah, there we go.
That bird just Devoed like out of a Devo.
I love whenever the one talent that I see pop off early that gives me that hope is the Devo.
Yeah, I love Devo. It's my favorite.
The double
talent.
Devo. Like, if the first Devo goes off and the first Devo sucks, I'm like, there it is. Double Devo is in play here, and I'm happy about that. Devo is probably still my favorite talent.
Yeah, the boys. That's a good Devo Sultan that you made here.
Yeah, it is. Is it a Sultan for sure?
I think it is a Sultan.
We don't know now. Yeah. Racing in a 180, you'd think so. Come on, Sugar. Sugar is still hanging around. Largely, I would say, and I feel like this has been a pretty common
Here comes my Devo
thread.
From the back.
Oh, not dead. Well, okay. Did it show up yet? No.
No.
It's so bad when you see the two real Raptors show up, and yours doesn't even hit the podium. Oh, falling off.
Doesn't even hit the box. You got a second.
Yeah, take a second. Yeah, and I feel like this has been a pretty constant that I've heard from people. If your bird was a stud, a legitimate stud, someone you really, really trusted, that bird, for the most part, is still a stud. They might not be as amazing as they were before, but they're still a good bird. If you had a bird that was good, but you kind of wondered, like a little inconsistent, maybe misses here and there, those birds have been very much replaced by the fused birds, so we're seeing a bit of a mix there. I'll be curious how breeding affects the rest of it as we go, and we'll touch on that a little bit as well when we talk a little bit more about the AMA. But yeah, spicy birds still have a place in this game, a little bit. The ability to fuse is addicting, and you can make some really monster birds.
It is very addicting. It
also makes them,
like, I want to make more, but it gets expensive when you want to unlock all those fancy things.
Well, here I am now. I'm getting 13% of the rake share, whatever the hell that is. We'll find out eventually. But I have a 99 Sultan I want to fuse. I have a Royal Procession I want to fuse. I have 2 different mutations I got that I have not suited with their proper talent yet. That's also because I don't know what the secondary one is.
Yeah.
And I'll lead off with that for a second. It was the one question I forgot to ask during the AMA. Why we still have the secrets? Do you have a good thought of why we still have?
Well, I know Poseidon has been championing this idea in the chat every time he pops in, that it needs to be easier for discovery to find out, like, where your bird is good at or how good your bird possibly is. Mm-hmm. This game has been developed around secrets for 2 years. Like, it's been we built our show around speculating on these secrets for 2 years.
Yeah, we had a whole run in the chat where we were trying to find them out.
Tinfoil theories.
Yeah, a lot of the tinfoil theories kind of played out because they were all somewhat obvious. They correlated well enough. That makes sense to combo with that. Alien Eyes and Teleport and Black Eye. Okay, Black Hole. Yeah, I get it. But we're at the point now where we have been fusing. We almost have 1,000 fused birds.
Yep.
We're pretty damn close if we're not there yet.
Which means 2,000 birds have been burned.
Nuked. 991. Yeah, actually, the last bird that was fused was by my name is Jeff, Donkey Birds, who's in the chat tonight. He got himself a 94 striped orange will Sarama with a toothpick. So that was 991, and he came into the chat and said, "Do we know what toothpick does? We don't. We don't know what toothpick does. We don't know what the. No,
it
we don't
show
know
it in here. I thought it was.
I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we still have 5 or 6 things.
I remember someone in the chat saying it just means it's a badass.
I'd like that. That'd be cool. But yeah, I think it's 5 or 6 things from the original chickens we still don't know about, and a couple things as well in the tutorial we don't know as well that just have question marks.
Oh yeah, so, it does have a question mark. But the others, so the hoof, the feet, boost
they told
the
us
distance.
Hooves.
All of those boost a certain distance, whether it be short, medium, or long. So what happens to the intermediate birds that get hooves? They're only boosted at one of the if you've got
that's the bummer. If you have a bird that's 120, 140, like you were saying, intermediate, they only get the boost at 140, but they also get a boost at 160, but they don't get the distance boost at 160. So some of these birds have just been crafted. And the crazy thing is, we still don't exactly know how well some of us have crafted these birds because there's still secrets we don't know about yet. And just the 50-50 rolls. We don't know everything we fused together. That one bird I have that I fused 13 birds into it or whatever, 13 spices. I have no idea I figured it out. It's a decent bird, but I have no idea. I had to rediscover it basically from scratch because it was too many fuses that came through.
How much are syrups now? 0.037. Do I even have?
I understand protecting the race algo. I understand protecting the idea that someone could really break down and figure out what each of your stackables are and exactly how to do that and breed and fuse and break the game. But like I said, we have been almost to 1,000 fused birds, and there are still three things right there, as you showed before, with the eyes that we don't know yet. The toothpick and the rose we don't know yet. We don't know what fan group is boosted. We don't know how jetpack is boosted, with the exception of with a robot chicken. We don't know how fan group is boosted. We don't know. I think there's one more common talent as well. We don't know the boost. Royal Procession obviously don't know the boost, and I don't understand why that's necessary anymore. I would love to know, but I've never gotten a good answer on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes, like, we've talked about this. Like, I know when I proposed, I mean, I wrote up that plan of this sit and go idea, and then also having separate races, paid races for those events, plus 100 discovery races, and they're 100% free. So any bird that's not been raced 100 times, you get to race in 100 free races per class. And maybe you move up and down just like in classes, but they're just free. Because it has to be balanced for discovery. Because the chick races, while they were a good concept and a good idea at the time, they honestly really weren't even a good idea at the time, because even since Fusion, chick races have been useless, because like I may fuse a bird and it's like, ooh, I want to get it into this race, maybe I should throw it into all these chick races, and then it's like there's one or two 100 Saramas in the race, and it's like, well,
doesn't matter.
Those 100 Saramas are going to pad their stats and win this chick race, so
that's it.
This data is useless.
You're just adding something that you need to either manually pull out of the data or filter thereafter. I was actually thinking with Haku, I was hoping, and I said this to somebody. I said this to one of the I think it's the community manager that keeps popping in to the chat. I was saying I hope that 12 bird races are what the base stats are. If you want 8 bird races, you can add them in, but I'm hoping it's just 12 bird races that you get the real stats on, because that's really where the actual meat is. I think jokingly, Fenduono and then BAWK both enjoyed it, where they said, yeah, you can click if you want bad data, because 8 bird races and the chick races and all that stuff, and the 8 bird tournaments and whatnot, that's all almost correct data, which is some of the worst data you can have. So I do hope they just give us 12 bird. And of course, the way we see it on Haku, they have so many different ways you can search Zed horses. I hope our drop down toggle is just as impressive.
Well, I think the best data you could have, if we had a massive influx of volume, the best data we could have is from the time they turned on dynamic again. Because there are birds that I have noticed that are really good at getting back down. I'm not talking about you winning.
She's back.
Oh, she's back.
She's back. She's back to 17% win, 32% podium in 50 races after being dead. Just finished.
Cheshire was kind of back. I got Cheshire from A all the way back down to C since dynamic, which was a grind, mind you. And won his first race back in C.
Yeah. Hey, this is what I was just I was hopeful that they would just like make it so you'd have to test it again. Maybe there's another tournament that Andromeda doesn't do well in because they run into some tough competition. But hopefully, in the right settings, every bird that used to have some success could still have some success at the right time. Actually, at the end of this tournament, I found myself just saying, screw it. I need wins right now. I'm going to run birds that are a class above in their preferreds, just because I need to try to get wins anywhere I can, and I snagged a few, so it's doable. It's not consistent, but it's doable.
Just listening to some jams, Wham. You know, some free stuff that I can play on YouTube.
That song that was just on was jamming. Yeah, Josh was telling me he had some good jams.
The last song that was just on was kind of like a weird, intense hype up video, like dun 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 dun. I don't know. I kind of went a little mixy on here. Oh, this one's fun. This one's funky.
I always like going back and listening to the show and seeing if my energy matches the music behind it.
If it's a good groove, you just got to see if I'm bopping.
Yeah, it's good. So do we want to try to get some races going right now, and then we can talk AMA?
Well, I want to pivot back to what we were just talking about, and that is back to the intro races and discovery for some birds, because I think we talked about it a little bit, and then we just kind of glazed right on.
Yes.
It's one thing that you have a discovery of, like, I think, like, I don't know how hard this would be, but it might not be something that could easily be done, but if you could make it to where like there was a definitive sign for every talent that showed where you're on your preferred terrain, preferred distance, or something.
Poseidon was on that a little bit,
something
right?
like an indicator that gives you that, or like maybe a flame shows up next to your bird, kind of like how in Zed, like when horses were on heaters, they would get a flame next to the bird or next to the horse, and it's like, if there was some kind of like hint or indicator that could show you, like, I'm not saying give the game secrets away, but just like a little more visual aid in the sense of like you're doing the right thing with your bird.
The
would help a lot of newbies out, because like seriously, people are gonna get wrecked, and if they have 100 race cushion to sit there and just spam 100 races with a chicken they just bought just to see how it does against 100 other chickens or hundreds of other chickens that are in the same class range, like you still initiate the MPO the way it is, but those birds have like 100 race buffer where they can just race, but they do move up and down classes just as they would. But I get it. Like maybe those would be stale, but they're free. I mean, how many people have hundreds of birds sitting in their wallet that they haven't raced yet? And you could just sit there and enter one or two at a time. I don't know. It's something that could get people interested in it again. And maybe you make some kind of incentive, like challenges along with those free 100 races, like I kind of detailed out in my write-up. Like you could put weekly challenge incentives on these of like, and track them by points. Like you could still track points and have events tied around just those 100 free races, or for like a bird, right? Like you could keep track of the score. Like for this week, like the highest score out of every class wins like a wearable or a free entry into one of these upcoming sit and goes.
Right. Well, that's that's a perfect little segue.
There are endless things and ways they could go about with the racing to make this game more fun and more inclusive for new people. Sydney here. Sorry, I'm going to go right here.
Go ahead.
Says,
Go ahead.
I think sit and go solve that problem since it's not going to be full of discovered chickens that love that preference. I do. I like the three terrain idea for the sit and goes.
And there's other ideas too. That's the thing. Like I know at this point, and this was we'll be jumping around a little bit here. Anything that touches the AMA, we'll get into. Obviously, they did give us some confirmation that sit and goes are being developed and are being looked into. That's something that we in the council already knew, as we already have seen a document detailing how they wanted it to look, and it did take on a good amount of the suggestions the community has thrown out there, like the three terrain. I think CJ Butterman was the first one that did it. The three terrain preference. So you take a wedge on the wheel, and those three different terrains will be where those randomized sit and goes will run. I think they're going to do that with. There's a bunch of ways they could do that.
Here's my question for you. Are you a fan of the automated aspect of it?
I'm a fan of it because it gives a fast, hands-free way to do it. I would also, down the line, love to see something that you could touch in. I know the proposal that we gave, that you and I talked up and sent to them, off to the side, and said to create like a whole separate bracket where you can do that, where it doesn't affect pop and you can run your own. But the idea that you can just pop these things in, automate them, and go about your weekend, pop back in and see if it works, I think that's pretty cool. It's less grindy.
With the three terrains, and I feel like here's the question though. Are these going to be broken down to like 180, 200 dirt or road, track, sand, and that's the sit and go, or is it going to be like just it's only track, sand, and road races, and it could be 100 to 200, it could be whatever they decide, whatever runs or whatever gets spit out by ARG?
I think the idea basically is that they want to make this thing really customizable, where they can mess around. They can be like, this is a long distance tournament, this is the extremes tournament. That'll be really cool when you have extremes tournament. It's like, okay, that'll push towards fuse birds, whereas if you just go long distance, that might push towards some spicy birds. Who's like, oh, I know that's a long distance bird. So I think they want it to be.
Think about how.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to bulldoze you on your own show, but bulldoze.
It's not my show. We're back on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's my show. I feel like if they go this route with these new formats of racing, with the sit and goes, and maybe they introduce double ups. Also, with they introduce like something like I said, like an introductory zone for birds below a certain threshold of races for discovery that are free, that are just
we could probably do a whole show on that, honestly.
But think of all the possibilities now. If you add all of these things to the game, think of all the possibilities that stadiums could hold down the line in the future if these are all tools that would be at our own disposal.
Well, stadiums. See, this is why I really wish maybe we can get some clarification.
And I
down the line.
I know, land has been put on the back burner, and I know it's so far out. But remember,
there's more to it on this one.
Stadiums were actually part of a vote that could have been introduced to us early, aside from land. So,
well, before we jump to stadiums,
wanted to say, think of the possibilities though down the road.
Stadiums might be on a back burner, and we didn't get definitive clarity on that. And again, I do apologize. I don't have my memory is not perfect on the AMA because it was 7 a.m. and there was a good 50-minute chunk where my kids woke up and it was a total disaster and I didn't hear much of anything. And I think a lot of that was they were getting into land a bit more, and the fact that it will fall on a back burner. We can sum up land really quickly from the AMA. Apex got some advice and took some counsel from several different Web3 marketers and other founders, and they basically all said unanimously we would advise heavily against any type of large-scale mint for something like a land during this bear market. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. We do want to see this game jump to the next level, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to go there right now.
It just doesn't.
So it's not over, but it is on the back burner. So be it. We have a little bit that will be a little bit of time to wait until that comes again, but that will be out for now. So be it. Stadiums might have gone with it because it would have been BAWK brother thought he got his Memorial Day screwed up his schedule completely. He was driving to the city and was not here for the show tonight. It would have been, we would probably need a whole show to talk to him about this point, but he put together a proposal that he looked up the API endpoints and the way that they could give us access to those to run our own community ran races.
That would be cool.
This is and he had a whole proposal put up for it and says he has even more for them if they're interested. And Poseidon brought up the possibility of it. And then the Apex it was the Apex or Delhi called out BAWK specifically right after and said, yeah, we've been in contact with him when he gave us a proposal. We are looking into it. And as long as this is almost verbatim, as long as it can be done safely, they are very interested in doing it for us.
That'd be cool.
So
man. This is a $41 really prize pool race, just FYI.
Ooh, I got a bird in this race.
Yeah.
I got
180 sand and B.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Barbette. I see Limelight. We got this unnamed Devo that I need to name.
Come on now, bird. Come on now. Like we were sitting, but we got a lot of time to go. So yeah, if they could do that, that would be really cool, because then we could and Apex loved the idea because more volume, more ways to create volume. They were here for it. That's what the sit and goes will do. I did want to mention earlier, and Sydney, I'm piggybacking on Signy's point, the fact that we have these sit and goes that you can just enter and hands free. There's data. There's data you get quickly for putting in $5.
Here's my question now. If you have how many of these sit and goes do you have readily available and active? And now, if there are multiples, Ooh,
I've been snapped.
That's rough. Barbette.
Oh,
too.
6. That was a 6 snap on Sands. That means their magic preference is linked there.
Yep.
Although now Limelight's in a really nice moving walkway spot, but we'll see.
What I want to know is if we have these sit and goes, like, are we going to have 1? Are we going to have like 4 or 5? If we have these, or if they regularly run on a rotation, just like regularly, like, are we ever going to run paid races again?
So,
because are we going down the same road that Zed went, where we get free discovery races like I've asked for and others have asked for, and it's not a bad idea. But then we introduce sit and goes like this with big purses.
Stole it from Barbette. Stole 3rd.
With larger purses for a lower entry cost. Does it make sense to race regularly paid races and classes?
So, here's the idea there. I do actually know at least what was in the proposal for that answer, that question you had. Go ahead.
I do just want to say this. I do know, like, yes, the easy answer is, well, they could just run adjacent events weekly that keep people racing, that still have prize pools of Weath and all this stuff that keep people engaged. Like, those are things that I do understand that they could keep doing. But who's going to do those when I could put $5 in and win 200 if enough birds are entered? You're muted, Gumby.
I don't know how that happened. A couple things there that mattered. I did, but I don't remember doing it. So a couple things on there.
Marijuana affects the memory.
It does. Substantially so. Actually, I just legitimately, my sister was telling me a story this weekend that I definitely knew about, and it was gone, deleted from my memory. Like, it was an older memory, but just deleted. I'm like, nope, I have no record. Nothing there. Yeah, completely gone. Anyway.
Anyways, go back to...
So the reason why is that yes, you're right. There's probably going to be some push and pull there, but the main tournaments that are still going on are still happening on NFXPO. So you are still very much needing to race if you want anything to do with the wearables, the real tour, the main real tournament that's going on. The sit and goes are the adjacent, just off to the side where you can win some extra money. Gives us another reason to race. So it's separate in its entirety. I would, like, personally, I know I'm already a big racer to begin with, but this wouldn't slow down my want to race in the tournaments. It's just something else to do when things are slow, as well, as long as to supplement with the tournament. So I don't think there's a huge issue there yet, right?
No, probably not, because here's my question. Now I'm going to flip back to it being automated. With these sit and goes being automated, how long do you string them out? Like, do you go 24 hours in between rounds, so so you're breaking them out like that, so they're spread out, so there's not, like, I mean, in theory you could run them in 5 minutes and have a winner, but where's the fun in that, and where's the hype in that, right? Like, we want to be able to stream stuff like this, or like we want to be able to you want to be able to show off the product instead of it just be a put money in and simulator get your reward, right? I guess that's how I feel. Like, what's your take on that?
Well, so I know what is in the proposal, right?
Okay.
And but believe me, we know the sit and goes are coming. It's not like that's a secret anymore. So, like, I don't think there's a huge issue with me just being a little candid in this moment and saying they want to run these in different ways. They want to run them daily. They want to, and maybe even 2 a day if they're for quick events, if the volume and demand is there for it. And they want to do longer set ones with big purses. So everything from the write-up that I loved seeing was the fact that there is customization, modifications can come in. You can do whatever you want with these. You can make them huge purses. You can make them minimal purses.
So we'll be able to set them up.
No, not us, but they'll be set up that way. Now, eventually, maybe if BAWK's API plan gets put into play, which hopefully next week we can talk to him about that so he can really give us the details, the meat, because I don't even want to try in the write-up that I put in. And if you are curious, if you missed the AMA and you popped into here, I did drop it in the Coop Collective announcements, my write-up as best as I could remember of what went on in the AMA.
Because, like, if I knew I could sit there and make, like, certain distance terrain combos of a sit and go and just repeat, like, I'm a degen, I would sit there and do that all day until I was broke.
Why not? Yeah, I mean, we are that, and really, bang for your buck is pretty good. If it's a $5 or $10 entry,
not that I don't race already until I'm broke, but
I know,
that's
but
neither here
still,
nor there.
But what Sydney was saying earlier about it being a discovery help, it's like, now, okay, I am dedicating $5, if nothing else, to discovery, and you can waste $5 in discovery.
That is quick discovery too, I guess.
It's something with the benefit of possibly hitting something
because
really
those races would all, but depending on how many. Now, I guess here's my other question: like, is the breakout, like, is there score? Like, are there a number? Is it rounds and then like scoring? I assume between rounds and advancing and all that. Just kind of how it's been outlined by multiple people.
Yeah, it's very similar to
very
the
straightforward. I guess is
proposal we were saying about the PGA model. Finish above this cut line, and then it just shrinks until there's only X amount of chickens left. One more race for the win. That's the fun, to be able to show that last race for the win. That's awesome. And that'll all be mapped up beforehand. Yeah, it's a good proposal. I am really happy to see it. I'm really excited for everyone to see the proposal because it's what the game needs. It needs that carrot that we all can get, even if we know. Like, that's the thing. If throwing $5 into the lottery is something we do because we're idiots and we do it, and we know that once that $5 bill gets sucked into the machine, it's gone. It's sunken cost. And we know almost certainly we're not going to win that lottery, but we still do it because it's fun.
I mean,
because there's that hope.
If
and this is way more attainable because you can choose the terrains and choose everything and choose your birds. Like,
if it was a big
the
purse,
stickiness is nuts here.
And I had a bird that was like, you know how, like, I mean, not even if I knew I had a bird for that event. If I knew I had the shot and a bird that I thought maybe had a shot, if I could turn $5 even into $500, $500 bucks.
Yeah,
absolutely,
absolutely, dude. Yeah, absolutely, you would.
And it just runs automatically. I don't have to worry about it. Just throw $5 in there, and I can go back and watch the races later on.
Yeah, because I don't know if you know this now, but like your $5 doesn't turn into $100 when you put in a $5 race. I don't know, just being facetious there, but yeah, like we do $5 races.
But that's why I asked if it would kill paid racing if these events were regular and they were on a regular basis like that, though.
But shouldn't it just supplement? Because if you have a good tournament going on as well, then why wouldn't you play in the tournament too?
But then I think you can't run, like, I think you have to have good tournaments all the time. You can't have the volume-based ones because the volume-based ones don't work unless there's a good enough incentive for it, right?
There was something about this that was written, I think, in one of the past dev blogs. I know they touched on this a little bit during the AMA, and I didn't get a quick part of it. It was just an off question. They are looking to get those tournaments automatically cycled, running through the system, so it's the stuff we like. Maybe they mix in some stuff here and there. Maybe that's where, like, when you were saying maybe there's another adjacent thing we can do to the side. Maybe there's some fun things down the line where we could let Deli's mind go nuts, and it can be like the third or fourth option that we need, that we're racing for in that week. And it's still a cool little event off to the side, but we need those core ones that we all like, that were all well received, and we just want to play them.
Right.
Take each other's money.
Like, here's the thing. Like, think about this for a second. Like, I like the idea of them pivoting off of land and being more race-centric focused, okay? We got more events coming. We got Haku coming. We've got Sit and Go's coming. If they
Race
just
timers.
race timers
Dropped the ball
coming.
on that one, yeah.
If they just add the element of discovery, easy discovery for noobs, and maybe help us figure out the rest of the hints and stuff, and maybe make the, I don't know, they just need to make it the discovery of where your chicken is good at running, regardless of if it's bad or not, a little easier to figure out. It can't take 200, 300, 400 races for a person to figure it out. And with the grid of distances, combos,
Yeah.
and with
And if
Fusion
BAWK were
now,
here,
distance has completely changed the game now with Fusion, and I'm sure breeding
It
will
has.
eventually do that too. It's just, I think, with the race being race centric and focusing on that, if you added sound effects to the talents, I know I've been saying this for a long time, but it's
on that
and it
note,
sounds like an easy thing, but I'm sure it probably isn't that, or I'm sure it's not as easy as I think it is. But if you added sound effects to the talents and maybe switched up the music a little bit, not that it still doesn't slap, because I mean it does 2 years later.
Yeah, it's weird.
You add sound effects and you add these other race formats elements and a little bit of extra discovery and timers on races, you can start seriously marketing the fuck out of this game.
No excuses at that point.
There's no excuses at that point. You add sound effects, you add these new race formats, you add a little extra discovery ease for the newbies or a race threshold for birds, and seriously, there's no reason that we can't market at all. At all.
Yeah, that part needs to go away, and that part's frustrating. That anyone's thinking
crazy.
Like,
I know
we can't. Yeah, that part of we need to finish this game to market. But you know what? Regardless, the thing I like about where we're going here, yes, land can make this multifunctional down the line, and land has potential out the ass. But land's not going anywhere. Yeah, you're right, Whammo. Thank you for that. Proud of you, Josh, not letting them in. I'm trying. I'm actually trying to help your fucking point. And you're just like, twice tonight you kept going and you actually made my point for me. So be it. And I didn't need to say anything. So, but yeah.
Bulldozing the bulldozer tonight, man.
Yeah. So that land can do that. That land can create that down the line, but we're not minting something out. We're not creating that in this current scenario. So let's get this game working well. Let's get this game having all the avenues. Crazy Jay says we need a full circle game. Yeah, we need the game that we have finished and perfected with and ready to move and ready to change as we want it to and as demand is for it. And the fact that it's focused back on that, I think they've been wanting this, but we needed a better system. And now I truly think we have that system with this buffer system. I think it's a beautiful way to run chickens right now. I'm really enjoying it. This is our first tournament using it. I had birds up class. Cool. I had to work to get them down, but once I got them down, I could use them again for 10, 15, 20 races. It wasn't just an in and out battle. So I loved it for tournament play. I love it in general. Now we can start adding this shit. Now we can start putting these extra things in that are so freaking important for the game to feel like it's a full game.
Yeah, man.
And I hope that's where it's headed, since we're pivoting to make sure that and the integration of Haku and hopefully some new people. I mean, 20 people would make us feel something right now. Yeah. Let alone a real influx.
But again, man, hear me out. With the addition of Haku, add, I get it. Sound effects is it's such a minute thing, and it doesn't really add that much. But seriously, if you
Crazy Day, stop being such a grump.
Sound effects would make this game feel more complete. Is all I'm saying.
Right.
Silent chickens running down a track with the banjo playing in the background, while fun, does get old. I'd like to, if you want to, it'd be really cool to have an option too, if you could mute the music and still have the sound effects.
Right.
That would be awesome, because sometimes I don't want to hear the music, but I like hearing sound effects for the game. If a helicopter booms in, I'll do it. I'll fucking make the sound effects, bro.
It'd be my soundboard. Crazy says, so Crazy J being the ass he always is that we appreciate. Last 5 months, sorry, not that part. We're back to where we were 5 months ago. Yeah, well, sometimes we got to take big steps back to leap forward. That sounds corny as hell, but it's also true. Yeah. It's also 100% true. If mistakes were made, if things weren't done right, then yeah. And they're saying we need to act faster. Yeah, maybe they do need to act faster. And now maybe we have these things where it's like, all right, we know what we need next. Race timers, get them on there, and that's set up and ready to be instituted. Then we needed Haku. That got done. That got done with good. I'm happy with the way that went. It could have been faster. At least we hoped it would have been faster. But Haku is imminent. Now, sit and goes. How long is that going to take to put in? But these are things that we can see that light at a little bit at the end of the tunnel. That legitimately makes me excited to play that version of the game. So,
yeah, and then with breeding being not so much soon by any means, but it is something that they're working on and focusing on. So like it's something that's in the can. It's something that they're working towards. Yep, my notes there were pretty simple. Currently in a workshop phase being explored. Apex mentioned he agreed that this time might not be the best moment for it, but they wanted it developed and on not a back burner, but like you said, in the can, kind of like ready to roll. We implement a few things, we get this thing going. Breeding being different from fusion, Deli spoke on a little bit. That's right when the kids woke up. I did not get that well. I was hoping maybe he would give us a little bit more there again, but I know they were being hands off with that. Oof,
but yeah, breeding.
I miss you.
Yeah, I know. We both do.
We both own that bird.
Eskimo brothers both getting cuckolded right now by Big Suey.
Ooh, machete.
Oh yes.
Speaking of, let's race some birds. That's what it says on the thing. Let's race some chooks. Let's. I think it's enough chitter chatter about all that stuff.
Oh, I can keep talking.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
All right, bye.
You hold it down. I'm done. See you.
Glad that dingus is out of here. How's everybody doing? Who's that? That looks like Nature Boy. Harold to the Rocks. The fancy band. Wham! Winning a race on Cock Talk. Shocker. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. Wham! Donkey Birds and our doggin'. Taking her down. Let's fill some races. Where do you guys want to race? You know what? There's 13 people in the chat right now. That was a D class. Of course it was. Throw a race out there. Who wants to race? I want to race. Throw a class out there. I want to race. And I am not stalling very well.
I'm back.
Hey, there you are.
Oh,
I was
not
struggling.
Stalling very well.
No, I'm not stalling very well.
All right.
Oh, could you hear me that whole time? Struggling?
Oh, no, I did. I didn't. Just at the end, you're struggling. Well, I did just drop on your lap, but...
B180 Rock. I'm already in it, Wham.
Which one? E180 Rock?
B180 Rock.
I think I'm in that too. I think I have two birds in that right now.
B180 Rock.
I still have, this is the only bummer, I still have birds very much
dirt
sitting in races, but I was hoping that would run at the end of the tournament. All right. Yeah, let's look for some, we don't need to pump the cheap races right now. Let's see if we can get some like dollar races and whatnot moving. Yeah. And if anyone here actually wants to race a little bit.
$5 180 or in C class.
What is it? 180 what?
180 track.
180 track.
That's a sharp.
I don't have anything.
C class?
I don't have anything good in track in C class, I don't think. What? Well, yeah, I'll join that race.
It's 8 of 12.
Yeah, I think this bird actually might be a track sandbird. I thought it's a sandbird, but I thought it kind of leaned towards snow, but I think it's actually it's better secondary might be track. So
do I have another 180 bird in here?
And it's definitely long distance, so let's see how we do there. Have you found that largely with your birds that
What?
like that yes, there's a wedge, and there's one that's the best, but the other two on the sides, one of them tends to be a bit better.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if that's definitively how it is. Maybe that's just the way these things work out. But yeah, I feel that too. Triple Snipper says
Man.
S200 dirt. I have no more S birds. I've fused them.
I have one, and
Oh.
it's a 95 Sultan that doesn't belong there.
Wait, hold on. Which 95 Sultan ended up in S class?
Wait, did he?
Stripey?
200 dirt.
In S.
$1.91. Yeah. Yeah, Tweak is in S class. 95.
Oh, Tweak is in. Woof.
Yeah.
Wait, but
Product
that-
of
but that bird-
seasons.
Oh, but that bird is a. What's that bird's MPO?
B.
Okay, never mind. I thought you fused a bird and it got stuck up there. Okay, no, I
it's
got you.
in B class. It's a B
You just
class.
need to get it the hell
MPO.
out. Yeah, that's a tough.
Sorry,
one.
Jeff. That'd be a straight donation, and I'm down below my last 20.
Yeah. That 94 Tiger Stripe, that Sarama from earlier, that he fused his 97 Sultan into that was stuck in S. No, it's a different one. 97 Sultan, not Sarama. What did he fuse that with? Yeah, a couple of the birds that I knew, like I had a Sarama stuck in A class that had the C MPO, and I was just like, man, I was feeling real weak one night, and I just slapped it together into a fuse. I was like, see you later. You were a good bird, Cardiac Kid, but see you later.
Can
Probably
we
shouldn't
even
have
get
done
that
but
filled? Let me do some filter in here. What do we want to race between? $1,
yeah, if we go to capacity,
$2 prize pool minimum. Wait, no.
Yeah, so C
We want
120
at least
track.
18.
C 120 track is 9 of 12. So C 120 track. Let's get that filled. Who the hell do I have to put in there? Oh, I guess I can do that one, even though he's long distance. Yeah, C with 9 of 12. We need 3 people to do.
There's
a
B
C-
180 rock.
Yep,
That's
that
10
one's
of 12.
almost ready.
There's a 200 track that's 8 of 12 in A class. There's the 200 dirt in S class. What was that, Tyler? The 120 track in C?
Well, yeah, I just entered 10 of 12 now. 120 track in C is 10 of 12. Oh yeah, why am I not in that yet? Yeah, see, there's races I'm not paying attention to right now. I need to get.
All right.
I definitely got some fatigue because I
Let's
went
go.
hard.
Oh,
there
it's
to get
full. I
second place.
fucking dicked around too long.
Rip.
Boo.
Not for you.
Well, it's live. Oh, the 180 track is live. Look at that.
Okay, here we go.
Look at this.
Did I get in this? Yeah, that's right. I put Sandman in there.
All right.
All right, let it ride.
That bird. Araucana.
Aracuna.
It's the White
No.
Beak Classic.
Oh, Floofy.
Yeah, the boys. Bye, Floof.
Oh, Floofy.
Bye, Floof. Let's
you
go,
Cheshire in
Cheshire.
here.
Back
Yeah,
at your
that's right.
home base. 180 track in C class. You're home, baby. Show me that you can do this shit.
Why do I feel like that bird would do the opposite of what you cheered for?
He's
like-
gonna fucking get 12th place like a dick.
with the
Hey,
jetpack coming in
jetpack from
the back.
Smoky Chooks. That's a fused striped Sultan. Or something other.
Yeah, right. It'd be cool if they put a little, just like a letter. No, with Sultan Sarama, you can't
Yeah.
do that. So yeah, it'd be something indicator, maybe just a color indicator that
Come
like a
on,
little
dickhead.
dot.
Who do we got here? I lost my mouse.
Who we got here out front?
So we got Smoky
Is there-
Chooks. Yeah, the boys. Clucking Hideout.
Come on,
Parsnips.
Sandman, turn on the Devo.
Fancy
Turn on the Devo.
Band.
Son of a bitch.
Abrock.
Anyone but Whammo right now.
Sandman. Dickhead. Black Hole.
Oh no, who's that?
That
From the back.
is
Off the screen.
Farmageddon. That's fucking will be fooked.
Oh, of course. Of course, you son of a
Fucker.
bitch. Him and his birds.
That's a good fused bird, man. That bird
We
is.
got one more talent. Someone to surge from the back.
Uh,
Cheshire's falling off the
Cheshire's
board.
falling off. fucking
Sandman's dropping
I
back.
called it right out of the gates. I said this
You
bird.
did.
I knew to be afraid.
No, not 12.
I knew to be afraid, Sydney.
Yeah. All right, let's look and see.
Nice hit, bud.
Sydney took it down, that a boy.
Yeah. All right,
All right,
here's
the
the 120
Yep.
track.
This doesn't bode well for me. I just want to put Sandman in this too. I'm just throwing money away now.
I like that
That's
idea, Jeff. Name Jeff. Make the names on the board heritage color, or like
Right,
yeah,
perfect.
like when they're racing, the color of the heritage specific. You know, red for Sarama, green.
Oh wait, hold
for-
on. Did we have a DNF there? We had a DNF from the black hole. The
Oh,
black
did
hole
we
sucked
really?
somebody. Yeah.
Did we
We had to
really?
go back and
Oh yeah, because I was an alienized. That bird is alienized. Farmageddon.
Yeah. Wham.
I'll have to go back and look at that. Who got sucked in?
Was it Whamola? Oh my God! Please tell me it was Wham. Wham! Please tell me your bird got sucked in during
Yes.
a paid race on Caulk Talk. It'd be a new time. It'd be a new era.
$5 paid race, dude.
Please.
Oh, here comes our Aracona again. I can't say that name.
Ah,
My mouth
those
just doesn't
Whamola
wanna
get
let me do it.
fucked. It's over for you. There's no more winning racing. Oh, you said yes. No? Oh, you son of a bitch. Don't mess with me.
No.
No, not me. I'm too excited.
Yeah,
Who's
I
that?
think
That
it just
sprayer up there?
disappears.
Hot dog and taking this win? Bad that I know that
Yeah.
bird just by looking at it now, huh?
Sprayer. Yeah, there's birds that I just know the look.
Yep.
This Arcana,
Mhm.
Sprayer. I know those birds. They're assholes.
Assholes. All right, what else is on the okay, the one that's only a 140. It's filled. It's a race to watch, but it's a cheap race. Just filled. All right, let's take a look. All right, we need one more for the 180B Rock. That's $1.90. We need one more for that. We need one more for 160 Track in A. That's $1 race.
Where's that?
That's an A, 160 Track.
Oh, I don't see it. It's an.
Oh, maybe it just filled. Yep, it's filled. Yep, it just filled. Okay. Let's see. Anything reasonable? There is if anyone's looking to be frisky in E class, there is a 120 grass 571, 7 of 12. With the $5, almost $6 race in E class. That's if there's 5 people that want to get into that.
So Ben F
If that gets
DNF'd
close-
his own bird. That's funny.
Oh, did you really?
He double entered and DNF'd his other bird.
Oh.
Now, does that
be it.
show up in the standings, like in your history as a DNF?
I think it's just a nothing. I think you just show up
nothing
and come up
burger?
empty. Yeah.
I'll do the 160 in A. Let's throw that guy in here. 160 road in A.
160 road. Okay, I can get into that. I didn't get into that yet. I just threw a bird into. It's loading. It's going to be 8 of 12 once I get into it. Come on now. Come on, confirm. Okay, 180 snow and B is now 8 of 12.
in B.
$1.90. Yeah, I can sort these so we keep calling them out. Who's running in this one? All right, let me see. Anything filled? Okay, the 180 rock filled.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Oh,
Cool. Go back to capacity and see what's closed. All right, I'll call out a few more things again. I'm just going to reiterate a few of the ones. Where was it?
160 road, 180 snow in A.
Yeah,
and wait, no, you go ahead. Sorry.
Yep. I'll just do them based on from top to bottom here that I see them in. E class 120 grass 8 of 12. That one's a $5 race though. So B class 180 snow 8 of 12. That's a 190. The what was the one in A, Josh? You said 160 road.
160 road.
All right, 160 road. How much is that one?
$1.90 $80.
Oh,
whatever.
I see. Okay, yeah, there's two of them, but yeah, okay, 160 road.
There's a 200
12
road
and
too that
yeah,
I thought
yeah,
about
that's not ready yet.
throwing out, but
I'm gonna throw two birds into this 160 road.
I've only got one A bird, so
I have two, so I'll put them both in 160 road. See if we can get that filled. All right. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to touch up as well.
Yep.
Okay. Chicken Neighbor World's pressed back. We know that. Breeding, we touched on that a little bit. Hawku, sit and goes. Yeah, for the most part, I think we touched on basically everything. Community run their own races. A proposal from Bachfather. Yep. Okay. At the end of the show, I can touch a little bit more on some of the candid notes from Apex, but let's just keep racing for now.
Yeah. We got a white beak runic going out in this B180 rock. An anvil just got thrown up on the runic.
I think that's Sydney.
R.I.P.
Or no, that's it's Crazy J or Sydney.
Fused Chicken 920. That's the boys.
Yeah.
That's Rama.
Ugh. Uh-oh, who's
Devo. That's not my Devo. The boys is Devo.
There is a little bug that I was gonna
Poor
point out
alchemy. Fucking bird.
Yeah, I know. He has his days. That is the most. That's the most lax Sarama in this game right now. I'm telling you, that thing just goes whatever it wants to do. How big a dig? Shug? Okay.
Not a big a dig.
You're in there. You're in there though. You're hanging.
The runic that you bought, Crazy's been a killer bird. That's awesome, dude.
Nice.
That's awesome. I
might, depending on what I get for this win.
I got a translucent that's garbage.
Yeah, I want a runic bird, but I don't know if I want to pay for it or just keep trying for it.
Well, Crazy got lucky at 0.1 purchase, man. Yeah, that jetpack out of nowhere's. Dirt leg.
Who's that?
On a spicy Sultan. Nice jetpack.
Saw Dirt leg winning a lot at the end too.
Yeah.
This Coingery still not doing its
Barbet, clucking hideout, dirt leg, 30 meters to go. Got a D-classer here, thinking like that. There's room for somebody. Do a jetpack maybe here at the end. I don't know, but it's probably not gonna happen.
Nope.
Nothing's gonna happen. Barbet's gonna steal it. Dirt leg's gonna fall off completely and lose the podium to fucking Wham.
It's fine. It's only third place. He barely gets his money back plus a little bit.
$3.
Free Wham. I really was juiced up for a minute there where I thought Wham was going to be the one that got DNF'd on stream, but the boy can continue to dream.
Yeah.
Okay, 180, 200 track
180
in
snow
A.
is live.
200 track in A is 11 of 12. 200 track in A, 190, 11 of 12. 9 to 12 on the grass 120.
I'm not.
For $5, so maybe we can get that one to roll later. Do I have another bird I can put in here without being a total idiot?
I'm filling the track.
Oh, that's my dead bird. I have a dead bird in this race. I attempted to put black stripes on my plucked chicken, and I rolled the dice and didn't hold on to stripes because the striped chicken was so cheap, and I missed it. But the old bird, the first plucked one I have, is in this race.
Where is it? The snow race?
No, the 120 grass in E-Class that we're trying to get off. We need 3 more people for that. I was seeing if I had one more bird I could throw in there, and I think I have one. I think I could throw this guy in there.
Ayo, Red Star Belgrade, fancy band in the lead. Not for long. 100 meters to go. 100 to go. Got Cluck Boy here. Is that a cuck boy?
Yeah, if we get that 120
fan group
$5 to 11 of 12,
familiar.
I'll throw in the final bird and make it 12 of 12. So if there's 2 people that want to get into that, I can finish it off.
Trippa Snippa in the lead. Red Star. Fused Chicken 769. I need to name that bastard. Come on. Do something. I wish I had the meme where I could be like the stick Do something.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Just be able to pop up. Oh, what my head off? I was already getting crushed.
Come on now. Hold on to second at least.
Yeah, it should be a second for you.
Nope.
Oh, nope.
Yeah, the
That's
boys Arctic Demon. Gonna
that's a
take
good
second from me. Red Star Belgrade with a win. Yeah, the boys second. Attaboy. I'll take a third, I guess. Podium's
All right,
a podium.
let's pop back.
200 track is filled, and it's live. Here we go. What else you got out there?
I'm looking right now. I just stole the last free race in C class there. Okay. The
The 160 road is 7 of 12 in A.
Yes. The A100 dirt is 7 of 12 as well. That's a 379.
There's a C100 grass for 379. That's 6 of 12. If anyone's feeling that, Froggy. That's been sitting there for a little while.
Yeah.
Looks like Dirt Leg, Ben F, R Doggin, MBF Express, Parsnips, and myself are already in the race. Helicopter, fast and loose.
Who we got here? Oh, chicken wings. Chicken wings.
Sydney donating 2 in the E-race, Tyler. Just wants to see a big one go.
All right, I'll end it up. Let's see if
love to see
if we're at 11 of 12. Yep, okay, we're at 11 of 12.
Fast and loose, LFG Racing. Hey, that's a name we like to see. Good to see you
fire
back.
this thing off for us.
Chicken Tools, MBF Express and Chicken Wings. That bird's cruising right now in third place.
Come on, Wings.
R Doggin in fourth.
All right, we're getting the $5 race tonight. Just finish that one off.
Look at my donkey ass back here.
I mean, there's someone else even
Razor
further.
Ramona getting a growth. That bird does look like Razor Ramon. I love it. The stripes, the toothpick. Not quite a leather jacket, but it'll do.
All right.
Doink.
Back to the front, damn it.
Doink.
See how I'm doing.
Doink and last. Maybe that means a moving walkway. CK.
No. Put those guys.
CK to the leaders. CK to the leaders.
Handing it to me.
Not a Rama. Wait.
Handing it to me.
A real Rama.
Oh,
or
no.
a real
He
Buttons
popped back.
Rama.
He popped back in first place.
I wish.
There's a little glitch going on right now where when it follows them backwards, when they get hit, the camera stops there. So he shot up CK47 and then jumped back into first place to take it down for the win.
Seriously? That should happen all the time. I wish they would just jump up, shoot, and then turn around and run. You know how awesome that would be?
It all depends. They could never fall.
Are you
too
on a
far
delay? Or are you just like slow processing what I'm saying?
I'm slow processing. I'm trying to do too much at the same time. Are you on a delay? What? Don't make me fuck with you now, because I will.
You already have been. Just
I know.
Yeah, just saying.
Prize pool. 120. I don't know if you want to jump to it. You want to jump to it so there's no spoilers?
Let's go.
Go.
Is it done? No, it's live in my book.
Yep. Here we go. No box. No box.
Sydney says I wouldn't have fused all my CK chickens if they did that. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's a breeding add-on feature. I don't know.
Oh, it's funny. My chicken doesn't have any wearables on because he's dead.
Which one is it?
The pluck chicken at the top.
Oh, just...
It is a
naked and afraid running in its last ever race because it knows it's gone forever after this.
Just give me a star. Give me 1 star at the end to send you
Green
off,
Jean
you
in the taco
bastard.
truck. We got donkey birds and a turtle up in here.
Yeah, 2 birds just sitting
yeah,
in the middle
man.
of this
Sydney,
race right now.
ooh, yeah, that would be 6 tweaked boosts to existing talents through breeding. Yeah, man, if they could just adjust some of these a little bit, like, I don't know, maybe like if it's a mix and match thing, like if you mix the right talents together, like imagine mixing Blue Rooster with Jetpack, like if something like that would like do something, right? Maybe you chug a Blue Rooster and then your Jetpack.
Oh, my bird's gonna tease me at the end. Look at this.
Oh,
look at this.
Fourth.
Just enough to say no. Oh. Gross. I'm glad you're dead.
Oof.
Oh, donkey birds. Name it Jeff. Taking a little double there.
That plucked chicken's making me hungry. Same.
You can have them.
Same.
That bird frustrated the hell out of me.
All right. Congrats. Yeah. What else do we want to run? Is there anything else?
Do we have anything?
Am I broke yet? I'm not broke yet.
There was one more race that filled as well, but I think it was a cheap race. Let's just
No, not broke yet.
And yeah, you showed that one. Okay, so let's pop over and just see if anything.
Can we get a $9 race to run?
What is it? Let me see. What's the $9? The $9 race in question is 100 rock. Ugh. What do I have left up here? That's not good. I didn't like seeing that.
It's 8 of 12. Could we even get it? He'd put a second one in, a donation. If you and I both entered it, that would put it at 11 to 12. We would need one more.
All right, let me think.
All I know is mine would be a straight donation because my bird's a fucking donkey. That I have
both of my birds, I looked at this race earlier, both of my birds have 0 wins on 100 rock with like plenty of races on them. So like,
yeah.
I would be absolutely just throwing $9 into the void on that one. Let's see. Well, I don't know. I could be tempted to do something stupid. That's the problem with me.
Well, that's always the problem.
That's always the problem with all of us. Yeah. What if
always the problem.
That is the thing about this game, though. What if just once? It doesn't really happen unless you just have that type of bird. There are birds that can do that, even when they have no business doing it. But if you know your bird isn't like that, then don't do it.
All right, yeah, Crazy J, rock is no good. Yeah, you feel me now, right? Man, I wish.
Rock is real bad.
I wish.
That, yeah.
If that was like 180 track and Diablo was there, I'd be like, let's fucking go. Or 180 road or 200 road, something like that. Is there anything else you needed to hit on tonight, Tyler? We've been rocking for an hour and 20.
I don't think so. I think
we could find one more race out there. One more larger race.
I don't think so.
I'm still tempted. Fill the D100 track.
You asked me a question.
What did I say?
You just kept talking. Anything else you want to hit on there, Tyler? And then you just kept going, and I was trying to load up. Like, I got it all.
Tell me that isn't the ultimate bulldoze. When you ask a question and then just continue talking.
I'm sitting there like, am I on a delay tonight? Is that the problem? Like, is that a real thing?
Bro, I'm always on delay. Like, do you see these eyeballs? They're barely open.
Yeah, the gummy hit midway through, so that's why you started having delays on my responses. So
my vape pen hit
very
slapped
simple
me
question.
hard. Anyways,
can I answer the question?
D100. Yes, answer the question.
No, I think we're good.
Cock. D100 track. I could probably do this one. Could you do this one? D100 track.
Oh, I can absolutely do D100 track. I got a good bird for that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already in there. Damn it. It's already waiting. Yeah, let's see if I have a second.
Who is
bird.
it, Dick?
It's Choppa.
Oh, that asshole.
Gets her the Choppa. Yeah. Let's see. Do I have another bird? What is this? 100 track?
I'm doing it.
I'm gonna pick somebody. I just have to decide who I want to do.
I can handle donating in this one.
I feel like this is kind of stupid. This bird loves track, but it's only a 91 dork, and it's way better in E class.
Where's Wham at? Wham, where your D birds at?
Damn, which one do I want to do? Well, that's only okay. Screw it. I'll do this one.
It's 9 at
Throw
12.
Possum in there.
9 at
9
12. And this, we'll just
Now
say
it's
this
10
will
to
be the
12.
last race of the night, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. Now it's 10 to 12. I'm
Wrap it
loading.
up, Pete. 10 at 12. How many in? We got 10 to 12. We got 11 to 12. We got 11 to 12 here. We got 11 to 12. Do we got a 12 to 12?
It's felt like that all night for me.
Yeah, I'm throwing it in there.
It loaded. There we go. One
There we
minute.
go.
1 minute to go.
Whammies. I entered the bird I won from you.
Yeah, that's a good track record for him. I'm telling you, that's an uncomfortably good track record for him.
Well, the 180, the 160 road in A class never got filled. Yeah, I've been Porky Pigging it lately, really bad.
Sorry, I did.
Earlier, no, I straight legit Porky Pigged it earlier tonight in my house.
I know. I didn't want to be.
No, to my wife and my kids.
I thought you meant on the stream because you did that too. Sorry.
My son asked a question, and God damn it, what the hell was it? And I straight tried to say one word, but I was stuttering, trying to say the word, and then I just said the other word that had the same meaning instead of the word I was trying to say, which is exactly what Porky Pig does. So it's
yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to explain the joke.
Attaboy. Proud of you. All right, this race is off. Let's go. Last race of the night.
Yes.
Let's send it off.
Who's in it? Should we roll it? Fused Chicken, Possum Kingdom, Cock on the Blocks, Mince, DeAngelis the Fierce, Chicken number 8616, Crazy J's Karma. That's from Donkey Birds. Numbered Dork, Get to the Chopper, Bert, Astro, Bad Egg. Let's go.
I guess.
Rolling. And this is a good tune to go with it. Why?
Wish I could hear it.
Yeah, I know. I can't.
I've seen you bop it all night. I'm just jealous of it.
Wish I had my Roadcaster. And they're off.
All right, who's the first talent? First talent is big in 100.
Crazy J's Karma. That's not a bad name.
All just pacing.
It's coming.
Come on, 30 in. Someone do something.
Come on now.
I want to see two go off this race. Someone do something.
Oh, Crazy J. Red Star Belgrade in the lead. Donkey Birds in second. LFG Racing in third. CK47.
Taylor made to the front.
Yep. Let's see it.
Ooh, Choppa making a move. Let's go.
Oh, that one popped back.
Yeah, it did. That's why I was kind of surprised when they actually stayed up front.
Yeah.
Oh, but they're fighting their way back. Something's got to happen to finish this out here.
My translucent
We're probably not getting
bird
the talent.
is so garbage. Teleport, you asshole.
Or Choppa, you son of a
Hate
bitch.
you, Tyler. Send me my money back. Send me my money back.
Do the Choppa.
That was bait. You paid Crazy J to say that.
Got him.
Send me my money
I made
back.
all the money back that I lost.
Fucking last race. You're gonna let Tyler. Wham! You gonna let Tyler win the last race of the night?
I've done it. There's nothing you can do about it.
Jesus.
All right. Well, Josh, you got anything else tonight?
No.
Because I was just thinking, if you didn't have anything else tonight, then I would just keep talking and talk over you and see how take that dog for a walk and see how it felt. But you said no already, so killed it. All right.
With that,
good things on the good things on the horizon. Oh, I guess you know what? There were some candidates from Apex. Ow, buzzkill by any means, but it was a little bit of I don't want to call it like a mea culpa, but it was a little bit of like, okay, we are professional Web 2 game makers.
Oh.
We need to adjust better to Web 3. Like if I had to sum up all of his thoughts as quickly as possible, that's how I would do it. We're Web 2 guys. That's what we're used to. We need to adapt a little bit better to the Web 3 and the things that are being done and outreach and all that stuff. And they're not used to the buy the rumor, sell the news. They're used to launching out a new feature and everyone going, yeah, new feature. So hopefully we're in the right hands to get more actual players.
Buy the rumor, sell the news. We said it a long time ago.
And that's the frustrating part. that's the part where it's like, okay, happy to see that an admission was made that we need to get a little bit more savvy here.
It's just,
also,
you just need to get it. I mean, I feel like it's even also, it's just getting in more tune with your community on a whole level would alleviate a lot of these things. You would know more by just, observing more. You know what I'm saying? Or just being a part of more. And it's not a knock on anybody. It just needs to happen. And it you know what I'm saying? Like that, those things, like something like that could have been, like we said, we talked about buy the rumor, sell the news a long time ago. I don't
Crazy
know.
days of Dick. Yeah, but it might not be wrong.
Mr. Councilman,
but,
easy.
Yeah.
Easy, sir. Anyways, with that, good news on the horizon. Haku's coming. Power Hours tomorrow night. Tune in for that.
Oh, the
Final
A-Race
Ross
filled.
Power. Oh,
Did you want to
A-Race
watch
is
that?
filled? We might as well.
That
I can't close it out now.
$102 filled.
$100 prize pool. So you threw in, the girls. Not conspicuous at all.
I love that there was no attempt whatsoever to hide it.
You should have just made it not the boys. But I mean, it's pretty much not the boys by the girls.
Yeah, the girls is great. I appreciate it. All right, it is going live in 15 seconds.
Who do we got?
$100
Red Star
prize pool.
Belgrade, probably nothing with 100 Telly Lack. We got a custodian from Hemsworth, Blue Rooster 100 Dork. Steve-O, the boys. Translucent Sultan 98. Yellow Wiggle, the boys. Dorking, will oil be fooked from the Anti-Pop. That's a bird you recognize in any race, Tyler, right? Anti-Pop. I know that hat. I know that sunglasses combo.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And it used to be Whamola's bird, and he sold it because he's dumb.
Popeye's Inventory is the other one from Ben F. Hugh Laurent. Yeah, the girls. I Want It That Way. Mean Green Machine.
You want me wrong.
Do the Harry Bolt. Livia Drusilla. Striker Knife.
You were getting... I'm naming my next bird something absurd just so you have to say it.
I won't say it.
I won't
so
say
it. Skip.
JoshCan'tSpeak.com.
English. Not in English. Not my first language.
All right. Who's out in front here with this little falcon beak that's really a toucan?
Yeah. Striker with Striker Coop.
Oh, there we go. On brand.
Blue-egged.
And
on
goodbye. That's messed up. God is love, God crushed. This is only
Thanks,
100.
Sydney. I'd
race.
appreciate that. You pop on the stream and pronounce some of these. We could make a whole segment out of that. Pronouncing
we could.
Pronouncing Aussie-named birds for Josh. Because
who's taking the lead here?
I'm kind of derpy, and I will admit it.
Announce the race. There's only 30 meters left.
30
Who's
meters
winning?
to go. Yellow Wiggle, Steve-O, and Custodian round out the top 3 for the moment.
Oop, here
The
comes
boys
baby.
is going to double podium in this bitch.
Oh, stop it.
And Custodian's going to steal a win from him. Even though he pretty much makes up for it with the double podium.
Sorry. Had to do that.
Double podium's pretty much a win.
Yeah,
It's
double
$10
podium's nice.
less, but still. You took down half the pot.
The only
Congrats,
pot I
brother.
care about.
Him's
Beautiful.
taking it down, though.
But he also paid it to get in, so
Yeah,
like
it's true.
so it was kind of just like a null transaction there, but
It is
still fun to see. Fun to see.
He made about $7.
All right, $7. Hey,
Yeah.
that's a good day's work.
$7, $8
in,
bucks.
1812.
What happened to Josh's screen? Oh, you know what, Tyler? I changed it, and we didn't even stream that race. I'm an asshole. So it was
You
just
jackass.
it was just me and you on the screen.
Oh, come on. No, it wasn't.
Bad producer.
Attaboy. Well, I made the fart sound because Hems won, so that's why I did that.
I'm sorry.
All right,
Sid.
so we'll see.
I'm sorry, Sid.
Attaboy. That's
Here's
some,
the podium.
there it is. Better late than
Insult
never.
to injury.
I think the power just went out.
Did it? Well,
All
you're
right,
still
so-
here, so
No, I'm
there's
joking.
that.
Yeah. So,
Anyway.
from all of us here at the Coop Collective,
Yeah, I am at Grateful Coops. He's at MBF Express. We're around. Just tag us, I guess, if you want to. If you're still around, you know where to find us. We're the Coop Collective. This has been Cock Talk. Don't forget, again, like I was saying earlier, Final Ross Battle tomorrow night. Hit up that Power Hour. Do it. Do it, because I said so.
bye.
Anyways, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good to see Wham back. And racing.
Wham loves me too much.
Not winning, though.
Yes.